Hello everyone, in this video I am going to show you how to make a Tumbler care instruction card. I'm starting a new craft. I'm going to be blinging tumblers, and I'm going to start off by blinging one for my daughter and one for myself, and I want to make a care instruction card to go with it. And I have noticed that a lot of people who do make these tumblers, they have a tumbler card that looks like a tumbler care card that looks like this, in this shape of a tumbler. And I've seen a few other shapes as well, but I haven't seen a care card that's shaped like this. This is a double wall dome top tumbler, and this is the type of tumbler that I'm going to be blinging. So I wanted a care card to look exactly like the tumbler. So I went into Google and I tried to find this shape. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make it myself. And this is how I did it. I went into Google and I found this shape here. And I downloaded it. And now what I need to do is I need to trace it so I can make changes to it the way that I want to. So I'm going to click on Path. I'm going to click on Trace Bitmap. And by the way, I'm using Inkscape 1.0. And this menu looks a little different from the previous version of Inkscape. I'm not familiar with it yet. I'm not an expert in Inkscape. I just learned a few things and I know how to do some of the things that I want to do to get the results that I want. And I'm just going to leave this on single scan because I'm only dealing with one color. And I'm going to uncheck speckles and uncheck smooth corners. And then I'm going to click on OK. Okay. Now, this top copy here is my copy, is my trace. This one is the original. I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to delete it. Bring this back over here. And I want to change the color of the cup to white. And then I want to give it an outline. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose, where are we? I'm going to choose fill and stroke over here. And if you don't see your fill and stroke menu over here, you can hold down your shift and control key and hit the letter F, and that'll bring it up. Okay, I'm going to click on stroke paint, and I'm going to click this box to give it an outline. And the outline, as you see here, is a little thinner than I want it to be. So I'm going to click over here on stroke style. And the default is set at millimeters. I'm going to change this to inches. Some people use pixels, but I like inches. And that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to change this to 0.050 to give it the thickness that I want. Okay, now I'm going to draw my dome top here. And I'm going to click on create circle and ellipses. And I'm going to draw myself an oval shape here. I'm going to click on select because I want to select it. Well, actually, I forgot to do something. With this, I'm going to hold down my control key and hit the letter D because I want to duplicate it. And I'm going to put the copy over here. And then I'm going to take my circle and I'm going to bring it down over the cup. Now, right now, I want to be able to see through this because I want to see exactly how I'm placing it. So I'm going to come over here to the fill and I'm going to go down here to the opacity, and I'm just going to click there anywhere. It doesn't matter, just as long as I'm able to see through it. And I'm going to hit the plus key on my keyboard so I can zoom in to see exactly where I'm going to place this. And what I want to do, let me zoom out a little. What I want to do is I want to get this oval shape like within the cup. Have the cup hanging out a little on the sides. And I'll show you the reason for that. I'm going to bring this down a little because the bottom part of this is going to be my dome. So I kind of want it to be a little bigger in size. Now I'm going to come back over here to my opacity and I'm going to change that to 100% again. And now that I have it still selected, I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to lower it to the bottom. And with it selected, I'm holding down my shift key and I'm going to select the cup. And what I'm about to do is going to be like a slicing motion in what they call Cricut Design Space. But in Inkscape, you click on Object, you click on Clip, and then you click Set. And this is my dome. And it's upside down, so I'm going to come over here and click on this, which is going to flip it vertically. Now I'm going to draw another little circle here. This circle is going to be my straw hole. Click on Select, and I'm going to bring it like at the top of my dome here. With that selected, hold down my shift key, click on my dome because I want to center that. So I'm going to go to Align and Distribute. And if you don't see that over here as well, hold down your shift and control key and hit the letter A. Then I'm going to click on Center Vertically. Once I get it where I want it, I'm going to click on Object and I'm going to group it. Okay, just so you know, I am just going to be making a PNG of this. I'm not going to make an SVG or anything. I'm just going to do a PNG for now. Now with my cup selected, I'm going to hold on my control key and hit the D again because I want to duplicate it again. And I'm going to bring it over here. Hit my plus key to zoom in. And I'm going to get this dome to sit exactly where I want it to sit on the cup. Okay, let me zoom in a little more, see if I can get it placed where I want it to be placed. Okay, I'll go over to the other side. I'll grab this arrow and bring it over. Okay. That's close enough. Hit my minus key to zoom out. I'm going to select the two. And I'm going to group them. Okay, so this tumbler that I'm making, the tumbler that I'm using is called a double wall dome top tumbler. And so that's why I made a duplicate of the cup, because I want to use this to give it that double wall look. When this happens, I'm just going to click on Object and Raise to Top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make this a little bit smaller. Okay. I'll make it a little bit more small. I'm holding down my Control and Shift key and moving it in. And I also want to make it a little skinnier, so I'm going to use this middle arrow and just bring it in a little. Then I'm going to hold down my Shift key while I have that one selected. Hold down my Shift key, click on my cup, and I'm going to come over here and center vertically. Perfect. And now that I still have those two selected, I'm going to come over here to Object, and I'm going to group it again. And again, I'm only making a PNG of this. I'm not going to make an SVG of this at all. So now I'm going to put in this information. And I made this cup earlier, of course, and I just did this to show you what I did. Click on Object and raise the top. I'm going to hold down my Shift key and my Shift Control key, and I'm going to take it in a little so it'll fit. Oh, might be too much in there. Hit my plus key so I can really let's see what it's going to look like. I'll put it in there. And I'm going to expand it out just a little bit more. Okay. With that selected, hold down my shift key. I'm going to hit my cup. And I'm going to come over here and center it vertically again. And there it is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit object and I'm going to group it again. And I got one whole piece here now, as you can see. And what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to make it into a PNG. And to do that, I need to just come over here and click on Export PNG. Make sure I have this selected, and then make sure I have selection selected here on this menu. And if you don't see this menu over here in this section, hold down your Control, Shift key, and the letter E, and it'll bring it up for you. Then I'm going to click on Export As. And I'm going to find the place where I want to save it. Now, just so you know, I'm just going to use the default name that it gave it, but this is where you want to change the name if you want to change it. It's up to you, but I'm just going to use the default name that they gave. I'm going to click on Save. Then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to click on Export. Once this little box right here disappears, that tells me that my PNG has been made. Okay, now I want to make sure that it does work. So I'm going to go to Cricut Design Space and I'm going to upload it in Cricut Design Space. Upload my image. I'm going to browse for it. This is my image. I'll double click on it. And there it is. I have no background. It looks perfect. I'm still going to click on Complex. Continue. Take another look at it. Looks nice to me. Click on Continue. And I'm going to choose the print and cut, of course, because I wanted to print this out. And I can name it whatever I want to name it, but I'm not going to do it because I'm running out of time here on this video. So I'm just going to click Save. I'm going to select it here. I'm going to bring it into Design Space. And I'm going to make this just 5 inches. I've done this a few times before, so I know that this is exactly what I need to do. I'm going to duplicate it 4 more times because I know I can get 5 of these on one sheet. I don't really need to spread them out, but I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, and click Make It. And there it is. I have my 5 on one sheet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to print them, and then I'm going to cut them out probably on like 100-pound paper, and maybe cut out the shape a couple more times to give it a strong background. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, please click on the like button at the bottom and comment if you like. And thank you again for watching.